Greetings and salutations, sports fans, and Happy New Year. It's Todd Edwards here courtside along with my broadcast partner, Dew Jones. It's Sports Shooting Stars, and what a game to kick off 2023, Dew.
Absolutely. The first game of 2023, Littlestown versus West York. A great Division II/Division III matchup between two ball clubs with similar records and both undefeated in their division.
Correct. Overall, Littlestown comes in tonight with a 7-2 record. West York, conversely, they have a 6-3 overall record tonight. Some players to keep an eye on for this Littlestown team. Dude.
Oh, absolutely. You got to think about Christopher Meekin, the 6'8" junior for Littlestown is going to have a lot of touches tonight in the game. And also Jake Bosley for Littlestown, only 150 points away from his reaching 1,000 points. And also Zion Hurd.
Some players to keep an eye on for West York, the big man. Let's keep in mind, Jovan DeShields. He's the big guy for West York. Also a big shooter, David McGladry, along with Brandon Detz.
Yeah, David McGladry, Braden Detz, Javar DeShields. These are some of the guys that were here last year on that returning team that won the county championship. Just so fans know, West York is the defending county champs.
Yes,
they beat Eastern last year in the county championship and really had a really good year. West York ended up being 24-5 overall, and then got bounced out the playoffs in the state playoffs. But they're back this year. They're regrouped, coached by Coach Bull. He knows how to get his guys focused. And tonight it's all about Littlestown versus West York.
And I want to give the fans that are tuned in tonight a little bit of a teaser. We'll be back here on this court Friday as Eastern York comes in to play West York. And I'll tell you, that's going to be a big battle as well. But first things first tonight, Littlestown against West York. We thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsors. We have a bevy of sponsors tonight. How about it, Dew? Starting off with our season-long sponsor here for basketball, Thornton Automotive.
We have Thornton Automotive. We have S3 Performance Training. Bayview Insurance is right down the street for us. Parman's Pizza of Dallastown, and also Basketball Warehouse. And we can't forget our new sponsor tonight is Complete Restoration with our good friend Mark Collins.
Yeah, all sponsors, and they'll be running their ads on the bottom of our television screen. Check them out, support us. Season-long sponsors for Sports Shooting Stars as we kick off the new year with a big matchup, Division II team versus Division III team right here tonight at West York, Dew.
And I'll be remiss to forget our other sponsor, Fairview Early Learning Community Center, also our season-long sponsor here tonight. But yeah, like you said, Littlestown had a really good season last year. They won 18-8. They don't get that much, media coverage, but tonight they're on Sports Shooting Stars. They have all the coverage that they need. I know they're ready to show out and show what they have to offer. A lot of teams around the YIAA didn't have an opportunity to watch the Thunderbolts this year, but tonight you get an opportunity to see what they have to offer.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to this matchup again, and we'll be back here at West York this Friday, Dew, as Eastern York invades. But first things first, Littlestown. Looking forward to seeing Littlestown. As you mentioned, they're not profiled too often on Sports Shooting Stars, but tonight they take center stage against the West York Bulldogs as the crowd starts filing in tonight. We thank you for tuning in. Get your bottled water and popcorn. Tune in to Sports Shooting Stars as we'll make our way up to the broadcast booth here momentarily.
Yeah, it should be a really good game. Sorry, this game will be on cable channel 18 of York, and also on YouTube, on White Rose Community Television, and also on Sports Shooting Stars, and also on Facebook on Sports Shooting Stars Facebook channel. So please go check that out. Make sure you share it. There's a lot of games going on tonight. If you can't make it out here, make sure you tune in and watch it live with us at Sports Shooting Stars.
In the comfort of your own home tonight, get ready for a little Sports Shooting Stars, West York, Littlestown tonight as we bring the game to you. Sports fans, we made our way back to the broadcast booth here. New Jones, Todd Edwards. We're just under 2 minutes to go here till tip-off. And, of course, the playing of the national anthem. Both teams warming up. Again, you're watching West York and Littlestown tonight. We'll be back here Friday for Eastern York at West York.
Countrymen. Some cardiac arrest is the leading killer of student athletes in the U.S. each year. District 3 and the Peyton Walker Foundation have partnered.
Filmed live by the Sports Shooting Star Network. This game will be featured live on YouTube under the White Rose Community TV YouTube page and on the Sports Shooting Stars Facebook page, as well as on Comcast Cable Channel 18 of York. Thank you for your support and good luck to both teams. Remember to like Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We bring the game to you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West York. In tonight's game, the Bolts from Littlestown take on the West York Bulldogs. Please direct your attention to the team benches for the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting for Littlestown, number 15, senior guard, Lucas Denal. Number 22, senior forward, Jake Bosley. Number 24, junior guard, Cole Wiley. Number 30, junior center, Christopher Meekin. Number 32, junior guard, Zion Bird. The Bolts are coached by John Forrester, assisted by Joe Liebnick and Matt Meekin. Starting for the West York Bulldogs, number 3, senior forward, Braden Ness. Number 23, senior guard, David McLadry. Number 24, sophomore guard, Brady Huffman. Number 33, senior guard, Zane Dahl. Number 35, senior center, Javon Dashiel. The Bulldogs are coached by Garrett Cole, and assisted by Nathan Markey, Clayton Fry, and Brian Group. The officials for tonight's contest are John Meister, Paul Dormer, and Daniel Whitehead.
There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem here at West York High School, and we are moments away from tip-off featuring Littlestown at West York. Last week, these teams were involved in holiday tournaments, and tonight, well, back to league play.
She drives now. She can go where she wants. She drives now, right? Todd, I might have you come up with
Yeah.
start off. Just so I can hear it.
Looks like Christopher Meekin for Littlestown. Set to tip off here against Javon DeShields. And we're underway. West York in their white jerseys with blue numbers. Littlestown in their blue jerseys with yellow numbers.
Wide open shot.
And makes it.
Detz knocks it
Detz.
down.
For the first points in tonight's game, belong to Brandon Detz. Braden Detz, I stand corrected. There is
Right now. Jake Bosley with the spin move. Short. And West York's in transition, bringing the ball down the court. West York's very patient with the ball. Good block from Meekin. Tough shot. Javon DeShields with another
under the
rebound.
net, yep.
Another block by Meekin, Christopher Meekin.
We may see a few of those tonight.
And
How
that's
about it, dude?
two blocks
Like
back to back.
Christopher Meekin, 6'8", and a big three.
And that's a nice shot in rhythm for number 24.
Cole Riley gives Littlestown the 1-point lead, 3-2, just underway here in the opening quarter from West York High School.
Driving baseline.
And a
Stolen.
turnover.
Nice outlet.
Zion Herr going to the net. Fouled on the play. He'll head to the free throw line. Herr makes his first shot of two here. 6:19 to go here in the first quarter.
Zion Herr knocks down the second shot. Also a football player for Littlestown. Had a good football season this year. Zion Herr. West York being patient, running their offense, which Coach Bull likes. McGladry with the ball. Finds a seam.
Meekin with the rebound. Littlestown bringing the ball up court. Meekin for a three-point shot.
And you see Littlestown likes to run that up pace,
Up-tempo.
up tempo offense when they have the ball in their hands on offense. That's a three, short.
Out of bounds, and it'll be West York's possession. 5:44 to go. Littlestown 5, West York 2, just underway. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars, Duke Jones, Todd Edwards. Happy New Year.
Number 23, McGladry with the ball, drives, gets all the way to the bucket. Drew the foul, he's gonna go to the line,
I
that
was
was a
told
foul.
David McGladry had a big holiday tournament, scoring 25 points last week.
Career high 25
Career
points.
high, 25 points? Oh, Braden Detz, I
Braden
stand
Detz.
corrected. Yeah, we're getting some info here, intel behind the scenes. So, but McGladry's at the free throw line now for West York.
And again, Todd, this West York team went on an incredible run last year, ending the season 24-5, winning the county championship,
And losing to Shippensburg.
losing to Shippensburg in the playoffs, triple overtime. And the States, I believe they lost to Archbishop
A perennial powerhouse
out
on
of
the state
Philadelphia.
level, yes.
Yep. As we said again, both these teams are undefeated in their division. And that's some good defense right there. Big block.
By number 3, Detz.
It's getting physical down there,
It
Ty.
is.
And that's a nice kick out.
There's Christopher Meekin for 3.
And he knocks it down. The big man has range.
Yeah. His first points tonight. He comes in averaging 17 points a game. Keep an eye out on Christopher Meekin.
Christopher Meekin, leading scorer on the Littlestown team.
Yes.
And that's good defense. And that's going to be close to a 5-second call.
Yeah, they were getting close, dude.
McGladry with the ball. Starting to get a little loud in here tonight, Ty.
Blake Knowles on the court for West York.
Nice defense on the baseline. Kick out, interception, crossover. He got space.
Turnover. And the easy put in.
And that's Bosley.
Jake Bosley.
And as we said earlier, Bosley's only about now, I believe, 11 points away from his 1,000 points.
An impressive feat on this level, 1,000-point scorer. Just recently, Austin Bosman from Eastern York scored his 1,000 points.
He sure did last week.
Of course, we'll see Eastern York here at West York this Friday.
That's going to be another really good game, Eastern York versus West York, a rematch of last year's county championship game. So
Visit us at countrymatters.com, and remember, winning never gets old. Go Bulls!
Littlestown 10, West York 4. First timeout called in the game. 4:23 to go here in the opening quarter. That's bringing the ball up court for the Bulldogs. And another
steal.
turnover. And the easy put in for Zion Herr.
right now, Littlestown showing you that defense that they have, getting some big defensive plays and some open layups.
And the Littlestown bench trying to create some noise here, dude.
Tough drive.
Tough drive.
And that's another steal, another rebound.
Foul called on the play will send David McLattery to the free throw line with 3:47 to go. West York currently down by 8 points. But McLattery looking to chip away Littlestown lead here. Four points for McLattery tonight.
Another three-point shot. And that's his second three of the first quarter.
6 points for Christopher Weekend. With just over 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
Right now, Littlestown's having the quarter they want, especially playing on the road. The Shields.
Nice shot. Devon DeShields his first points in tonight's game. Littlestown 15, West York 8.
That's a rebound from Dietz. Outlet. The Shields kicks it out.
Blake Knowles. Behind the back there for Christopher Weekend as he dribbles up the court.
And that three is short. Kick out.
3-point attempt.
Rebound by David Gladry.
Littlestown not afraid to throw up the 3-point shot.
Littlestown in transition with the ball. Kick out to Meekin. Short. And that's a nice tip in for Jake Bosley, number 22.
4 points for Bosley tonight. Extends Littlestown lead 17-8 over the Bulldogs.
And again, if Bosley gets 15 points tonight, he'll hit that 1,000-point mark. And that's just a tough play from David McGladry to hold on to the ball, doing everything he can to keep West York in the game. You're going to need those second chance opportunities to stay in the game. Right now, Littlestown has a 9-point lead, and they're rolling in the first quarter. This is one of those big-time, small-town matchups, Todd, between Littlestown and West York. Really impressed with Littlestown defense, and that's another steal. Kick out. Tough shot. Bosley's deep. Gets his own rebound, and that's a block by DeShields.
Chase Dahl now bringing the ball up court for West York. He's entered the game.
Looking for something. And West York's not wasting no time of getting to the paint and trying to draw some contact.
Nice to feature Littlestown, a team we do not broadcast too often. Nice to have them on the air tonight. And we'll also have the Eastern York this Friday at West York. Just remind the fans that are tuned in tonight.
Definitely want to
It's a
welcome.
double feature this week for Sports Shooting Stars.
Yes, sir. Definitely want to welcome the Littlestown fans that's tuning in and watching Sports Shooting Stars tonight. Definitely want to reach out to them and tell them to go ahead and like our Facebook page, Instagram, and also Twitter. We post a lot of the games and a lot of other sports, local and national news and sports. And that's a nice shot. Knocks down the first shot. Detz. Braden Detz goes 2 for 2.
4 points in tonight's game. We're under a minute, 45 seconds and counting. The opening quarter, Littlestown 17, West York 10. Littlestown's working the ball around offensively here. Approach the 22nd mark here in the first quarter. Christopher Meekin. Fouled on the play. Was sent him to the free throw line. With 14.3 seconds to go. Littlestown with a 7-point lead, 17-10. Christopher Deacon now with 7 points. And leads all scorers, make it 8 points. So Christopher Deacon, Littlestown 19, West York 10. Yeah, bringing the ball up court for the York Bulldogs. 5 seconds and counting here in the opening quarter. We'll do another, a little bit more of that feistiness on the defensive side for Littlestown. 1.2 seconds to go. We'll see what Littlestown has dialed up. Gets the shot off as time expires, and we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score. Littlestown 19, West York 10, as both teams make their way to the bench. An interesting first quarter, do. The West York cheerleaders out in midcourt entertaining the fans here tonight. As we mentioned earlier, leading scorer tonight so far after the first quarter, Christopher Meekin with 8 points. For West York, David McLadry and Braden Detz each have 4 points. And Littlestown right now with a 9-point lead as we are about set to start the second quarter from West York High School. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Littlestown has won 4 division titles in the past 6 seasons under Coach Forster. Pretty impressive resume here for Littlestown. Out of the YAIAA Division III. And we're back. West York with the possession. Chase Dahl with the ball to give to Jacob Nicely.
David McLadry with the drive. Tried the reverse, didn't get it. And that's a nice hustle. Can't complete
McLadry
it.
there, it's swatted away by Christopher Meekin.
And Christopher Meekin so far has been a block specialist for Littlestown. He's been getting some big blocks so far in this game. But I got to give a lot of credit to number 23, David McLadry. He's doing all the hustle plays that, that West York desperately needs. If West York has some more guys that's playing like David McLadry, they can chip into this lead. Knocks that one down.
McLadry now has 5 points for West York.
Score 19-11. Littlestown is in control so far in this first half. And that's a nice move.
And the bucket.
Tough move from Jake Bosley.
6 points for Jake tonight.
The 6'4" senior.
And a 10-point lead, 21-11, Littlestown. As you mentioned earlier, Littlestown bench trying to bring some crowd noise there.
And that's another possible steal from Littlestown. Doing a great job on the defensive end. Tough drive from McLadry.
The Shields there.
Sets up the Shields very nicely.
For the put in. 4 points, Jabon to Shields.
McLadry so far for West York putting the team on his back. Nice rebound, kick out. Her for 3. Short. Rebound, McLadry. And he pushes the ball up the court. Nice kick out.
And a 3-point shot by
and that's
McLadry.
A shot.
He makes it.
And that's a shot in rhythm, and that's what you want. Great kick out. Nice shot from David McLadry. I say often, when you get it going on defense, it just opens up the offense.
Right now, David McLadry with 8 points. Leads all West York scores.
And just like that, West York starting to chip back into this lead. And there's a steal.
And a steal. West York bringing the ball up court.
That's with the kick out. McLadry looks at it, thinks about it, goes baseline. And he drew the foul. And that's going to give Christopher Meekin 2 fouls in his first half.
Something to keep an eye on. You get 5, but right now 2 with 5:33 to go in the second quarter here from West York High School. We'll send McLadry to the charity stripe. His first of 2 shots. Nine points for McLadry. Make it 10. Hits double digits. David McLadry.
And all that hustle from David McLadry, he's really putting the team on his back and getting West York, the Bulldogs, an opportunity to stay in this game. Rebound. West York pushes. In transition. Great outlet. Short. And that's an over-the-back call on Javon DeShields, number 35 for West York.
Javonda Shields, the senior, 6'5" senior for West York. Mentioned in the pregame show, he's their big man here.
Yeah, he was a
West
part
York.
of that county championship team last year. Was one of their top key reserves for the Bulldogs. Right now, it seems like Littlestown has stalled out a little bit on the offensive end, and West York starting to get that momentum.
Just a 3-point lead for Littlestown right now, 21-18. Clearly the momentum seems to be on the side of the West York Bulldogs right now.
Tough shot. Rebound by Christopher Meekin. Even tougher shot. Rebound by Javonda Shields, and he gets it out to Dietz. Detz.
Yes. Saw that foul from high atop the broadcast booth here. It will send Detz to the free throw line. Zion Herr with his second foul in tonight's game. The 6'2" senior, Braden Detz at the free throw line.
Knocks down the first of the 1-and-1.
5 points for Detz. 4:29 to go.
West York's doing a great job of knocking down their free throws and staying in the game.
And as you mentioned earlier, chipping away
Yep.
here and crawling back into this game. Just
What
down by 2 right now, 21-19, Littlestown.
Deep in the post, and that's another steal for the Bulldogs. And again, Littlestown, the Thunderbolts haven't had an opportunity to score any points in quite a while. McLandry, he had a look. West York's been very patient with the ball, looking for the best shot available, and that's tough. Javonda Shields in the paint.
Shields there, and put the put in for Javonda Shields.
Javonda
6 points for DeShields.
Javonda Shields with the old school hook shot.
Yeah, reminiscent. Remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Absolutely.
Hook shot.
LeBron James has passed him for career points all time in the NBA. I think about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
And that cold spell continues for Littlestown.
No doubt. Tied up here now, 21-21 with just under 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. West York will maintain possession.
And from my angle, that looked like it went off McLandry's leg, but I'm not 100% sure. The refs are down there on the field, on the court.
closer to the-
They
yeah.
see way better than we do, so. Right now, the momentum is definitely in the Bulldogs' way.
Certainly.
And that's a nice play right there with the back screen. Bosley with Meekins with the push. A guy like Meekins, once he gets into the paint like that, you want him to see him to go the whole way through and finish the play. Now's a good opportunity for Littlestown to get some points on the board. As we said earlier, they haven't scored in about 2.5 minutes. And they're battling down there. And there's another rebound for West York.
Right now, Littlestown just ice cold, dude.
Ice cold. Start off red hot in the first quarter.
Cooled down tremendously.
Looks like that's a moving screen call or an offensive foul.
On West York will be Littlestown possession with 2:55 to go.
And Littlestown has had their opportunities to score points. They just haven't. And I got to give a lot of credit to West York. They're doing a great job on the defensive end and making it really hard for the Thunderbolts to get a clear and open shot. And there is Meekin. He's kind of forcing the issue a little bit. He wants to get himself to the line, want to be physical and get himself to the line so he can kind of stop the bleeding somewhat and get his team back into the lead.
Well, and there he is here at the charity stripe for his first of 2 shots. 8 points for Christopher Meekin. Make it 9. We mentioned earlier, he comes into tonight's game averaging 17 points a game.
Short on that one. And West York retains possession.
That's bringing the ball up court.
About 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. You can see Littlestown set up in their trap. Looks like a 3-1-3.
Balls for three.
Short. And that's just a tough shot for number 42.
Jacob nicely with his first points tonight for West York. And it gives the home team a 1-point lead, 23-22.
And that might be their first lead of the game so far for West York. They were down by 12 points in this contest.
And just over 2 minutes to go here before halftime.
And now you can hear the crowd starting to get into it a little bit more, Ty. They were a little quiet when this game first started.
Oh. Things getting a little chippy down there on the court, Bill.
And that's Braden Detz.
He hit hard. You heard that from
I heard it from up top here.
Booth.
And Jake Bossy, he's a big guy. It's number 22 for Littlestown, listed at 6'4".
6'4".
He has a little bit of weight to him as well. He's not a small guy at all. And that's a nice kick out.
And a big three. Grady Hoffman.
Grady Hoffman with a big-time three. Grady Hoffman's actually having a good year this year for West York. Only listed as a sophomore, had about 20 points about 2 contests ago. So Grady Hoffman's one of them guys they like to bring off. He's a reserve. They like to bring off the bench, but he can add some production and really scrappy on defense.
6'1" sophomore for West York. Has three. Minute 30 to go. Now West York up by 4, 26-22.
And that was an offensive foul call against Jake Bosley. Then he came right back down and got a travel call. So he needs to slow it down a little bit and just run the offense. Back door. That's a great defensive play.
Oh,
That's
another.
And that's a blocking foul. And it's getting scrappy down there, Todd.
It is. And some of the fans here courtside, they're getting involved in it too.
Sometimes you go to some gyms, the fans are like the sixth man. They can really change the narrative of a game with the momentum and just being loud and supporting their team.
Sends Cole Riley to the free throw line. Cole has 3 points for Littlestown. Thunderbolts down by 4 right now with 1:04 to go.
I want to tell the fans as well, go to our YouTube live chat. You can talk about the game there. We'll interact with you there at the YouTube live chat, which is located on YouTube under White Rose Community Television YouTube channel.
Drains his second shot. Gives Cole 4 points tonight. West York up by 3, 26-23. We're under a minute to go here before halftime.
Stopped his dribble a little early. Looks like West York being very content running this clock out this last 40 seconds of the first half. They were looking for a good shot in the last shot.
.25 seconds and counting here in the second quarter.
West York's looking to see if Littlestown can fall asleep a little bit and they can get a backdoor play. Right now, 10 seconds to go in the game. Now's the time for them to go and make their move.
Jump ball.
And that's a jump ball.
4 seconds remaining.
But it looks like Coach Garrett Bull for West York was calling timeout to retain possession. And there's only 4 seconds to go.
4 seconds, and it's Littlestown possession now. There's Christopher Meekin for the put-in.
At the right place at the right time, and he knocked it down with 4 seconds to go.
Time expires, and West York with a 1-point lead at halftime, 26-25. And it's been an entertaining first half, too, here at West York High School.
It really was all about Littlestown in the first quarter, then it was all about West York in the second quarter. So, you know, it's been a battle pretty much of each quarter. We'll see how the coaches on both teams adjust at halftime and see how the second half is going to go.
And your leading scorers, well, for Littlestown, Christopher Meekin has 11 points. For West York, David McLagry has 10 points, followed by Javon DeShields has 6 points, and Braden Detz has 5 points for your West York Bulldogs.
And I'm sorry, you're going to go over to...
Yeah, and then we're just going to touch on Littlestown. Jake Bosley, 6 points for the Thunderbolts, and Cole Riley and Zion Hurt each have 4 points for Littlestown, and we are at halftime here, at West York High School.
And we're going to go ahead and play a couple commercials from our sponsors.
At Thornton Automotive's 6 locations in Manchester, Dover, East York, and Red Lion, our Customer Appreciation Sales event is going on now. At Thornton Automotive, we understand you have a lot of choices for your automotive needs, and we invite you to come in and see why we're York County's fastest growing auto group. You want to drive home happy with over 700 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs?
You got it!
You want huge clearance saving with no money down and low payments?
You got it!
Then shop online 24/7 at Thornton247.com. At Thornton Automotive's 6 locations in Manchester, Dover, East York, and Red Lion, our Customer Appreciation Sales event is going on now. At Thornton Automotive, we understand you have a lot of choices for your automotive needs, and we invite you to come in and see why we're York County's fastest growing auto group. You want to drive home happy with over 700 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs?
You got it!
You want huge clearance saving with no money down and low payments?
You got
Then
it!
shop online 24/7 at Thornton247.com.
This stuff comes in more handy because
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, because if we don't have this stuff, then we have to go out and buy it.
Okay.
And whenever we get an excess, we just give it to our vets that come pick up food for the military share.
All right, we just pulled back into Thornton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram after a long day. We were able to fill a truck bed for Mr. Sandy's. It's going to go a long way for them. We really appreciate everybody that was able to donate this year.
This stuff comes in more handy because
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, because if we don't have this stuff, then we have to go out and buy it.
Okay.
And whenever we get an excess, we just give it to our vets that come pick up food for the military share.
All right, we just pulled back into Thornton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram after a long day. We were able to fill a truck bed for Mr. Sandy's. It's going to go a long way for them. We really appreciate everybody that was able to donate this year.
And as the fans can see, that's Thornton Automotive of Dover.
Dover, yes,
Yes, sir.
Pennsylvania. Not too far from here. You know, West York, Dover, always had that rivalry, you know, that 74 rivalry. Well,
yeah, we're right down the street, so you
we
know that
are.
West York Dover is always
Yeah.
a big matchup.
A
And as
lo-
you can see with Thornton Automotive of Dover as well, is that they do some in-house. I'm sorry, in-house maintenance.
Had a brief slip there.
Yeah, absolutely. Something dropped.
But, you know, we're here at halftime. We're at West York. West York up by 1 point, 26-25. We're going to be joined by a special guest here at halftime. We have Nick Basil here. And and of course, Nick's here on behalf of Charlie's Angels. Do you care to talk to the viewers a little bit about what Charlie's Angels is all about? I know, Nick, they've been a sponsor for some of our games. Do you care to elaborate a little bit to our viewers here tonight about what Charlie's Angels consist of and what it's all about?
Yeah, so Charlie's Angel is a nonprofit organization that me and a bunch of other people from Central started up this year. So back in May, we lost a very beloved teacher of Central York High School, Miss Erin Walker. It was a tough loss for not only just Central, but for the community in general. So, you know, we just thought giving back to the community, and the goal of the organization is to give back with scholarships to graduating seniors at Central York High School to help further their education. So that's what she was all about, man. She was about the kids, and that's what she would be doing for anyone else.
And she made a big impact for not just you, but a lot of students.
Yeah, I tell people, you know, she's my second mom. You know, she really, coming in from a smaller school, you know, I was a little fish in a big pond coming into Central, and she really took me in as one of her own, and, you know, I'll never be more grateful for that.
Awesome. Now, I'm holding the here shirt. Why don't you hold that up? You even have a hoodie on.
Yeah.
And maybe fans that are tuned in here, they may be wondering, hey, where can I get a shirt? Where can we help you out?
Yeah, definitely. You know, sometimes we have storefronts open, that kind of thing. That's where I got my hoodie and everything from. Just trying to raise money for the cause and everything. But I do have a bunch of these short sleeve shirts left. So if anyone wants to reach out, the Facebook is on. It's Charlie's Angel. Sports Shooting Stars tags us and everything now, so it's not too hard to find. But I got a ton of shirts available. You know, $10. But all the money is just going towards, you know, helping kids and just helping them continue their education.
And you have a partner with Charlie's Angels as well, right? Mallory, Mrs. Kelly.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit about your partnership?
Yeah, you know, Mrs. Kelly, she's been a huge help. I've had so much support through this, but you know, she's really stuck through my side. I know she's watching right now, but she's really stayed by my side. She's really helped me, and you know, I told her we only met in May, but we met through such a tragedy. But you know, I felt like I've known her my whole life now. She's really someone special, someone who's really helped me through this whole thing.
Now the T-shirts, the hoodies, you have the wristbands. What other events do you plan to do in honoring teachers?
I'll tell you, man, I'm so excited. I can finally say, you know, with all of our nonprofit stuff filed to the state, I actually have a meeting with the AD tomorrow about holding our first annual 5K color run down at Central York High School. We're hoping in May, but I'm so excited.
Maybe Du and I can get ready for that. We have a lot of
I'll
prep
be excited.
time.
I'll be excited.
You
man.
know?
You guys always got something good going on. Like I said, your father, Greg Basil, a longtime supporter of the program. The last 5 seasons, your dad, you know, your family pretty much have been a big-time supporter, and people recognize the name Nick Basil, big-time kicker for Central York. You know, your senior year, you was first all team. Is that correct?
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell
And now
you.
you're kicking on the collegiate level. Do you care to tell the viewers a little bit about what you're doing now?
Yeah, I just finished up season up at Tiffin University. It was a great time, you know, I had a blast. But, you know, it was a good time. You know, I miss those Central days for sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of success at Central, and of course, you're hoping a lot of success here with the nonprofit, Charlie's Angel.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And some of these games, we have a couple of the Charlie's Angels shirts. So some of these games, we're going to give away some of the shirts and keep promoting what you guys got going on. It's a great foundation. I want you guys to keep on checking that out.
And before we leave, anything else you'd like to say to the viewers that are tuned in, maybe or some of your friends, Nick, as you're here with Sports Shooting Stars?
Yeah, like I tell everyone, man, I appreciate all the support. I've had a lot of help through it all. You know, I was told this process is going to be very hard, but, you know, all the help is so great. Just keep flying high, Walt. Keep flying high.
All right, Nick, we really appreciate it. We'll go back to the game.
Nick,
and
thanks for coming
We'll be hearing
in
about
to our
Nick
broadcast
more
booth.
throughout
Nick
the season,
Basil.
so thanks a lot, Nick.
Yep, thanks. And we're going to make our way back into the broadcast booth, and we're moments away from the start of the third quarter. Again, your score here tonight, West York 26, Littlestown 25. Great second half of this ball game, do.
Yeah, and we're also going to have an interview with Mark Collins of Complete Restoration. That'll happen sometime after the third quarter. Mark Collins also has, ties and affiliation with the York Ballers. So big shout out to the York Ballers and Mark Collins. They really are the ones that want to get this Littlestown game on TV. So very happy that they had them in the building here tonight. That's a great move from David McLadry. He's picking up right where he left off.
12 points.
Picking up right where he left off in the second quarter.
Of course, now Littlestown moving right to left on your TV screen, again in their blue jerseys with yellow numbers.
And that's a nice block. Meekin's deep. He's too deep. When he gets that deep, he's hard to stop. When you got a guy that's 6'8" in the paint, only 2 feet away from the rim.
And now Christopher Meekin heading to the free throw line.
And there's a lot of talent on that West York team. Like I said, we just had an opportunity to watch the JV team, but that bench is deep. They have about 11, 12 guys on the bench. Meekin short on the free throw. West York setting up their offense. Playing their style of basketball right now. McLadry still making things happen. Pretty much a utility man, doing a little bit of everything for the Bulldogs, number 23. Nice kick out. McLadry has the first step. Deep three. Tip out. Jake Bosley with the ball. Spin move, up and under.
And swatted away by Jacob Nicely.
Jacob Nicely, he was a part of that team last year with the Bulldogs. He's a nice addition and provides a lot of depth down there in the paint. And that's an easy turnover.
Yeah, it's a turnover. West York now, drives to the net. Chase Stahl.
And that's a foul on Zion Herr, number 32 for Littlestown.
We'll send Chase to the free throw line. Dahl looking for his first points and gets it tonight. A 2-point lead for the Bulldogs, 29-27, 6:36 to go here in the third quarter. 2 for 2 from the free throw line for Chase Dahl. Extends West York's lead to 3, 30-27.
Littlestown running their offense, trying to find something clean. Deep two, short. Nicely with the rebound for West York. Det's bringing the ball up, Braden. McLadry to the bucket.
And the put in.
Making it look easy. He has a really quick first step, David McLadry. And that's kind of a late foul, but it was on Nicely, number 42. Nicely very active there in the paint, making his presence felt. From my angle, looks about 240.
6'3" junior for West York. Nicely. Zion Herr now with 5 points tonight.
Now, as we told the fans, both teams are undefeated in their division. Littlestown undefeated in Division III, and West York's undefeated in Division II. But tonight, somebody has to walk away with a loss. Tough drive. Couldn't put it back. Bosley out. And looks like Littlestown looking for that three-pointer. White shirts playing really good defense, staying home, and that's the shot.
In the student section here at West York trying to make some noise here, too.
And that's a tough shot. Rebound by Detz. And Littlestown had their opportunities. Just didn't shoot the shot when they had it. And now they're in transition. Jake Bosley out to Meekin.
Nice move.
And Meekin right there showed his length and his strength as he got that bucket.
Christopher Meekin with 15 points tonight.
Nice pass, and that's a kick out. McGladry's wide open.
Big three by McGladry.
And that's a timeout for Coach Bull after that big time three from David McGladry.
McGladry now with 17 points and leads all scorers in tonight's game. Your score, West York 35, Littlestown 31.
By choosing Greenwell Roofing for your roof replacement, you are selecting a contractor in the top 1% of their profession.
I want to remind the fans to tune in this Friday as we'll feature Eastern York at West York. And be a good moment to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, Thornton Automotive of Dover, Fairview Early Learning and Community Center, S3 Performance Training, Basil Insurance Agency, the Basketball Warehouse, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, and Complete Restorations, all sponsors of Sports Shooting Stars. We thank our sponsors, and we thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars.
And you can see the sponsorship information and their contact information and their logo at the bottom of our screen. They'll be rolling every about 30 seconds. Big shout out to the sponsors. We know them personally as well. I have my car insurance with Basil Insurance. Always at Parma's Pizza. We frequently visit the Basketball Warehouse. And my youngest son goes to S3 Performance Training. Good shot
Big
for Christopher
three
Meekin.
there by Christopher Meekin. 18 points. West York looking to set their offense up here with under 4 minutes to go.
And McGladry gets to the rim with ease, but just couldn't knock down the layup.
Couldn't knock it down.
And that's a nice battle. Jake Bosley.
And Bosley.
And he has a grown man body.
He does.
Number 22, Jake Bosley.
8 points for Jake Bosley.
And as we said again, Jake gets 15 points. He reaches his 1,000-point. He reaches the 1,000-point ball club.
Gives Littlestown a 1-point lead, 36-35, with just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Right now, Littlestown's in their 3-2 zone. And that zone from Littlestown, they're really long. A lot of their players are above 6 foot. And that zone they're in, they can really stretch the floor because they get really wide.
Good point, too, as we're back to action here to Littlestown now bringing the ball up court.
Bosley in the post. He wants the ball. Doesn't get it. Nicely, he's doing a great job of keeping Bosley. Meekin, he's too deep. Bosley for three. And Bosley was looking for contact after that three. And it's been a tight game throughout the whole game so far, Ty.
May come down to that final shot, too. We're no stranger to games like that. We've broadcasted.
No, we haven't. Yes, we have.
Over the course of our 7 seasons here on the air. Littlestown clinging to a 1-point lead, 36-35, 2:32 to go here in the third period.
That's a nice drive. Finishes with the left. That's Braden Detz. Detz. Sorry.
With the 2 points, gives him 7 points
Great
tonight.
job from Braden Detz. Meekin, he thought about it.
He did.
He already hit. He has 3 threes so far in this game, 2 in the first half. There's a 2-man game going on right now between Bosley and Meekin. There you go. You see it.
There's a put in.
You can see the 2-man game starting to develop between those two guys.
20 points for Christopher Meekin.
Bosley, the senior. Meekin, the junior.
And momentum a little bit tilting to Littlestown's side here right now as they're up by 1, 38-37, 152 to go, do.
And that's a nice call from Coach Garrett Bull for West York. He's bringing back in Javon DeShields to add that height down there in the paint, because you don't want to see Meekin and Bosley start cooking like that and run that two-man game. And that's a block. Good job from Javon DeShields, and he gets the ball back. And that's exactly why they brought Javon into the game. Bosley, Ron Herr.
Yeah,
Zion
Herr
Herr.
was trapped there
Zion.
by West York's defense. And foul called.
And if I'm not mistaken, Todd, I believe Zion Herr, number 32 for Littlestown, also had a really good football season this year as well for Littlestown.
Meekin down low, and the put in.
Once he gets that deep, it's very hard to stop a guy like Meekin. As we said again, he's 6'8", so you can't let him get to his sweet spot, because if you do, he's going to make you pay for it.
And right now, 22 points for Meekin.
Meekin leads all scorers in the game with 22. Still a very close contest.
Yeah, a 3-point lead right now for Littlestown, 40-37. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter from West York High School.
Here's the thing that I got from McLandry, number 23 for West York. Anytime he wants to go to the bucket, he gets there. If he wants to dish the ball off, then that's great for him. But, I mean, if he wants to get to the rim, each time he's gotten there with no problem. He has a very quick first step and knows how to get to the rim. Expect to see a lot more of that in the fourth quarter when, game gets down to the nitty-gritty. And that's an air ball.
Thrown up there by Nate Thomas.
And about 20 seconds to go in this third quarter, West York's going to be very content with getting the last shot and getting the best shot to finish out this quarter. That's a steal.
And a steal.
And one. And that's a tough play. That's not what you want to happen towards the end of the quarter, but that's great defense from number 24.
Yeah, Cole Riley now going to be sent to the free throw line.
And Riley's been very scrappy out there as well, playing some scrappy basketball for the Thunderbolts. And he knocks it down. Still 3.2 seconds left on the clock. That's not a smart foul for Jake Bosley. That's going to give Jake his second foul of the game. Wasn't sure if that was his second or third.
Has 8 points, Jake Bosley, for the Thunderbolts. 2.3 seconds remaining.
At Thornton Automotive, 6 locations in Manchester, Dover, East York, and Red Lion. Our Customer Appreciation Sales Event is going on now. At Thornton Automotive, we understand you have a lot of choices for your automotive needs, and we invite you to come in and see why we're York County's fastest growing auto group. You want to drive home happy with over 700 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs?
You got it.
You want huge clearance savings with no money down and low payments?
You got
Then
it.
shop online 24/7 at Thornton247.com.
this stuff comes in more handy because.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, because if we don't have this stuff, then we have to go out and buy it.
Okay.
And whenever we get an excess, we just give it to our vets that come pick up food for the military.
And we're back, sports fans, with the start of the fourth quarter. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars tonight. A turnover.
Right off
there
the
for
bat, Littlestown
yeah.
turns the ball over.
Braden Detz bringing the ball up court for West York. Give to David McLadry. Out to Blake Knowles, thinking about a three-point shot.
Tough shot. There's a battle on the boards. Kick out. Rebound from David McLadry. Been calling his name quite often tonight.
We have. Has 17 points tonight. And the give to Jovan DeShields. Nice pass and put in there.
Hey, I said it right from the door, man. David McLadry can get to the rim anytime he wants. It's up to him. Once he takes the ball and he decides he wants to go to the rim, I haven't seen anybody from Littlestown stop him. Even though they're in the 3-2 zone, David McLadry is having his way of cutting up and knifing that zone and just getting right to the bucket. That was a great dish off for his big man, DeShields.
Another turnover there by Littlestown.
That's 2 turnovers to start the fourth quarter.
McLadry.
And that's a beautiful play from
19 points.
Grady Hoffman to McLadry.
Pulls West York within 2, 43-41 Littlestown. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And the crowd is starting to wake up. Nice bounce pass. Missed the reverse. That's with the ball, pushes, kicks out. And that's a 3.
And a big 3.
Grady Hoffman.
Grady Hoffman.
As we said before, Grady Hoffman.
2 3-point shots for Grady Hoffman in tonight's game.
And that was
gives West York the 1-point lead, 44-43.
And that was tight in the corner 3.
It was. Big time shot. And as we mentioned earlier, it gives West York a 1-point lead, 44-43.
And that's what they bring Grady Hoffman in. He's one of those key reserves. He can hit those big time threes. As you can see, he had 20 points a couple games ago, which was his season high so far. I believe it was against Dover. But right now, it looks like West York is starting to gel at the right time. Coach Bull does a great job of, coaching his guys and getting them ready for the long haul as far as the playoffs. And it looks like West York is starting to find the rhythm in this game.
It's been a great game tonight. Want to remind the fans that are tuned in this evening, tune in this Friday as we'll be back here at West York as they'll play host to the Eastern York Knights. Should be another great matchup this Friday. Tune in.
That's going to be a big-time matchup. It's actually the rematch of last year's county championship game. A couple new faces this year. A couple seniors for West York graduated, like Jaden Walker, A.J. Williams, Javier Powell. Eastern returns a lot of their guys.
They're led by their 2 big guys, Austin Bosman and Carter Wamsley, 2 players to keep an eye on for Eastern York.
And they're coached by Justin Seitz, another really good coach, coaches the ballers as well. Justin's a great coach, keeps his guys dialed in and locked in for each game.
And just lost control of that. That was Zion Herr.
And it's all out for McLadry, man. He's the guy. He's the difference maker right now for West York. They're really starting to feed off his energy. Around the 2-minute mark, 1 minute mark, we're going to encourage the fans to go to the live chat and tell us who you believe is going to be the player of the game. McLadry to the bucket. But he's okay down there. He loves it down there. Hoffman again, short. And that was a good shot from Hoffman. Didn't have an opportunity to knock it down. But that's the shot they want him to take.
Meekin with the ball.
Littlestown down by 1. Was up around about 9 points in this game. Down by 1 right now. Bosley deep.
Down low.
Meekin.
To Meekin. Makes it look easy.
And I tell you what, that two-man game between Bosley and Meekin is almost unstoppable.
Timeout called. Right now, Littlestown with the 1-point lead, 45-44 with 5:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Your leading scorer, Christopher Meekin, has 24 points. For West York, David McGladry, 19 points. As we have a timeout here at West York.
Timeout call.
Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Thornton Automotive of Dover, Fairview Early Learning and Community Center, S3 Performance Training, Basil Insurance Agency, the Basketball Warehouse, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, and Complete Restorations, all sponsors for tonight's game.
7 sponsors for tonight's game. Really appreciate all the sponsors that step up. They're community activists. They're people that you can call up. You see them on Facebook. You see them around the town. They're doing a lot of stuff for the community. You know, without them, we wouldn't have an opportunity to have these games on TV and online. So, you know,
And
big time thanks to all these guys that, you know.
And a lot of offerings. If you're hungry, hey, check out Parma Pizza.
Yep.
Maybe you're in the market for an automobile, Thornton Automotive of Dover. Hey, it's a new year. Maybe you're looking to get into shape. S3 Performance Training. And all your insurance needs, contact Basil Insurance Agency.
And also Fairview Early Learning Center and Early Learning and Community Center. You can see their contact information at the lower of our screens. McGladry at the bucket again. That's the name of the game for McGladry. All he has to do is keep going to the bucket and attacking the way he is. He's going to have a great opportunity to get to the free throw line or to make the easy layup.
And as you pointed out earlier, he's not afraid to drive to the net. And right now, he's at the charity stripe, looking to add to his point total. Right now, standing at 19 points.
Well, McGladry has shown that no one on the Littlestown team can keep up with him once he puts the ball on the floor. He has a great, court vision and getting to the bucket. He's been doing that pretty consistently all night.
And Littlestown, again, losing control of the ball there.
And unofficially, Littlestown has 4 turnovers already in this fourth quarter. We've only been about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, it's 5:28 to go. We're tied up 45-45.
And looks like West York is trying to get something down low. If they don't have it, they're very content with just holding the ball, burning some clock. Game is tied up 45-45. And this could be a preview of the York County playoffs coming up here in a couple months' time.
Well, which will be held at York County School of Technology.
McGladry does it again.
David makes it look easy.
Does it again.
22 points.
I mean,
for number 23 for West York.
Just getting to the bucket. Willing his team to a win. That's what he's doing right now.
And a 2-point lead for West York, 47-45.
Now expect Littlestown to heavily rely on Bosley and Meekin for their points going into the fourth quarter. You're going to see a little 2-man game between Meekin and Bosley. And there it is. That's a nice drive. Didn't get anything out of it. It's a kick out. He's wide open. Takes his time. Gets it out to another shooter. Short. Bosley with the rundown.
Meekin's thinking about that 3-point shot.
And right now, in my opinion, Littlestown has given up some open shots. They're looking for a better shot, but sometimes you got to take that open shot. They have some great looks.
Take what they have.
Take what they give you, absolutely. As I said again, you see guys like Bosley and Meekin, they don't come out the game. I believe they played pretty much the whole game, so they're very conditioned. And they're made for the fourth quarter.
Littlestown working the ball around offensively.
And there's another open shot.
Littlestown maintaining possession here with 3:53 to go. Littlestown currently down by 2, 47-45.
Littlestown's having a lot of opportunities to put some points on the board. They have to follow through with this. Look, expect the lob, and that's a 3 in rhythm. Off. Rebound by Nisley. Detz pushing the ball up the court. Braden Detz, number 3 for
Has
West
7
York.
points in tonight's game.
And this game has been a lot about defense. Grady Hoffman. Nothing there. McGladry, the offensive weapon, just happens to roll out for him. Oh, that's a charge call.
Yeah, that's a,
Yep,
Zion Herr.
that's a tough call.
Yeah, he.
Nisley took that charge. That's a tough one.
It's,
When you know a guy's coming full speed and you just kind of like, you know, lock
he
yourself
took it,
up
yeah.
for a play like that. Very tough call.
And a timeout called. With 3:17 to go, West York 47, Littlestown 45.
Slow you down no matter your age. Team up with an orthopedic specialist at Center PA UPMC. Our sports medicine services focus on the prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of your injury, including concussions. For more information,
Your leading scorers tonight, Christopher Meekin for Littlestown has 24 points. For West York, David McGladry has 22 points. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. Want to remind the fans again to circle your calendars for our next broadcast this Friday, right here from West York High School as they'll play host to Eastern York.
There's a lot of games going on in the county tonight. If you have any updates of any games, please let us know. Go to our YouTube live chat to let us know about any updates you may have. There's a lot of games going on in the county. Really, all this week is going to be games. You know, we're right in the swing of things
Coming
with
off the
basketball.
holidays, and the holiday tournaments are back to action here with we're back with the start here of the fourth quarter, coming off the timeout. Just over 3 minutes to go. West York with the possession.
And that's a tough shot.
Jake Bosley.
And you see Braden Detz bringing the ball up the court. Normally, that would be Mark Walker's job. Mark Walker is out this game. Well, he's been out the whole season so far with a torn meniscus, but he's starting to shoot around a little bit. He's starting to recover from his injury, but expect to see him back into the lineup sometime in a month, maybe a little less than a month. Mark Walker for the West York Bulldogs. He's a lightning quick guard, can really change the game with his speed and his defense. Really gets the crowd excited and hyped up. You know, he had a great season last year, played football this year and injured himself pretty badly. First year playing football in a long time, and I happened to get injured, so that's unfortunate, but he is out there on the bench. Mark Walker is a guy that will be returning for the Bulldogs sometime this year. And as you can see, the West York student body.
Well, and Jake Bosley looking right into that student section there.
And they did enough to kind of rattle him a little bit.
Exactly.
That student section is something else. Wasn't like that when I went to school, Todd. They got to get it past that timeline, and they did. Right now, West York's playing a little bit of keep away, up by 2 points. And that's going to tire these guys out.
Yeah, back and forth.
Littlestown is still in that 3-2 zone. And that's a bad pass from Javon DeShields.
Meekin.
Meekin's deep. Can't get that to fall. Rebound by Hoffman out the Detz.
It's been a back and forth game all night, too.
It got a little sloppy here in the second half a little bit with Littlestown. They had some costly turnovers, and West York did a great job of benefiting from those turnovers. West York's a very patient team. They're in no rush at all. McGladry. That's going to send him to the line. No, I'm sorry, not going to send him to the line yet.
And a steal due.
Exactly what Littlestown needed. That's what was so successful for him in the first quarter. They had about 4 steals in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It was a layup drill.
And
so
Zion Hurt got it on that play. Now underneath.
That's an and one.
Nicely.
Nice job from Nicely. But that was all set up from David McGladry. I mean, he's been pretty much the do-it-all guy so far for West York. Really taking up the slack on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. He's been a one-man wrecking show.
He certainly has. 1:27 to go. West York, a 2-point lead, 49-47.
And there's a timeout
call by West York. $1:27 to go.
And as the fans can see, one of our sponsors, Thornton Automotive of Dover. You can look them up at www.thornton247.com or give them a call at 717-292-9222. As you can see, they received the best of the best winner from the Daily Record in 2022, 4.8 Google All-Star rating, and they have a red tag clearance event. And we are back with about 90 seconds to go in this contest.
And I mentioned it earlier, I mention it again. It could come down to the final shot here tonight at West York.
And as we said to the fans, this is a nice preview of what you may see in the county playoffs this year between these two ball clubs. And then this Friday, it's going to be West York versus Eastern, which is the rematch of the last year's county championship.
Nicely with the put in.
And you can hear the
5 points tonight.
And you can hear the crowd get into it a little bit there on this free throw. Littlestown is in a bit of an urgency situation here. They want to score, but they want to get a good shot. Watch the two-man game. And Bosley, he's very crafty when he gets in that post. Very crafty player.
And it will send Bosley to the free throw line. 1:10 remaining. Bosley has 8 points tonight. Looking to add to his point total here. Make it 9 for Jake. So the fans at home can hear the student section.
Bosley knocks him down, knocks down both of them.
Bosley hits double digits with 10 and pulls Littlestown within 1 point. 50-49 West York. Timeout called here.
And just to go over our schedule a little bit this year, Todd, if fans want to know who on our schedule next week, we have Eastern, as we said, Eastern York versus West York on Friday. Southwestern versus Redline, 1:10.
And then we're going to have a girls
game. York Suburban versus York High girls, and that's on 1:15.
And how about the backyard brawl, Littlestown and Red Lion, January 20th. The schedule, I tell you, do it. And hey, Chester and York High, January 21st. You can get all that information on our Facebook page or Instagram page. Our schedule's there.
Yeah, we got a lot of different teams we're going to be featuring in 2023. So go to our Facebook page. You can check that out and see our schedule coming up. There might be a game that might be flex. We're getting a lot of requests about that York High versus Central game.
Oh, that rematch.
Part 2, yes.
No doubt.
So it's a high likelihood that may be added to our schedule.
And that one would be played at York High.
Yes, it will be. That contest also went down to the wire.
We're under a minute remaining here, sports fans.
Only a 1-point game. And West York knows how to win these type of games. West York's in no rush. They're playing a little bit of keep away. McGladry's been doing what he's been doing all game. Again, McGladry can make that layup, but he's so good at dishing the ball off as well.
Getting an assist from time to time,
yes.
right? And,
but every time McGladry wants to go to the bucket, I mean, it's no problem for him. Expect him to explode to the rim next time West York gets the ball if Littlestown comes up with a bucket. But in my opinion, Littlestown is going for the last shot.
And potentially could be the game winner, here. 15 seconds and counting here in the fourth quarter.
Tough shot, Meekin.
West York with the ball, 7 seconds remaining. McGladry drives to the net.
And they're not fouling, which I don't understand.
1.1 second remains.
They let McGladry push the ball up, take 5 seconds off the clock without fouling. Don't understand that one. Littlestown had an open shot on that last play, but they were looking to go to Meekin, their guy that they trust, but they had an open shot. You got to sometimes take the shot that's given to you.
It sends Braden Detz now to the free throw line.
And he can ice this game at the free throw line. It's been a great game so far.
It has. Detz with 8 points now and extends West York's lead to 2 points, 51-49.
We want the fans to hurry up and go to the live chat on YouTube and let us know who you believe the player of the game should be. We have an idea. We would love your input. And they're going to add a little bit of time back on that clock. I believe like maybe 1 second, not much. And it's a 2-point game.
West York 51, Littlestown 49, 1.3 seconds remain.
And we're looking for the fans, we're looking for your input. Let us know who you believe is the player of the game.
And Littlestown will have possession for the final drive here, and should be interesting.
I see that sometimes with high school teams. You know, you have your featured players, guys that can knock down the shot, and sometimes you give up a shot because you want to get them the ball. But you got to take the first open shot you have. I believe Littlestown had an opportunity last time they had the ball, but they want to get it to their playmaker, which totally makes sense. Right now, you might want to see something, maybe the ball's going to be thrown to the half line, and Meek is going to have an opportunity to turn around and get a shot. As you can see, Meekin and Bosley at the half-court line. I would imagine they're going to try to draw a foul or get the shot off. West York has to be very cautious that they do not foul on this play here. And that's it.
And that's that. Your final score, West York 51, Littlestown 49. What a game, and it came down to the last second, and West York prevails. They'll move overall to 7-3.
And that was a tightly contested game.
With the loss, Littlestown will fall to 7-3.
Thank you.
Only a 2-point win for West York, but a very good win for West York, and they remain undefeated in Division II.
And what a performance by West York tonight. And we're looking over the point total here. David McGladry, 22 points tonight due. West York's leading scorer, followed by Javon DeShields, 8 points, along with Braden Detz, had 8 points as well. And West York pulls away with a win. We'll be back again this Friday right here as West York will play host to Eastern York.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 3 days. Should be another good game. You know, West York's having a really tough week, having these top-notch teams they got to play against, but that's only going to make them better. And as you can see, they can win those tight games as well. Again, they still hold down. They're 4-0 in Division II, and they did a great job here tonight. You know, shout out to Littlestown as well. They did a great job. Great time, a great opportunity to see some of their players in action for the first time. Very talented group.
Yes, and I don't think this will be the last time we see Littlestown. Littlestown.
Oh no, not at all.
Division III. They'll be making a statement. Still a lot of the season left, and West York again moves on tonight with the win. Want to remind the fans that are tuned in, we'll be back here this Friday. Tune in to our coverage as West York will play host to Eastern York as the fans file out here at the West York Gymnasium.
And we're going to go down and have a post-game interview with our player of the game, which will be David McGladry. It was a team effort, but David was doing things on both sides of the ball, really willed his team back into the game. They were down about 9 or 10 points, and he just kept on plugging, getting his guys involved. David McGladry is going to be our Sports Shooting Stars player of the game.
And we would like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Thornton Automotive of Dover, Fairview Early Learning and Community Center, S3 Performance Training, Basil Insurance Agency, the Basketball Warehouse, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, Complete Restorations, all sponsors of Sports Shooting Stars. And what a game tonight we had here, do. And we'll make our way down.
Yeah, we'll get ready for the post-game interview with David McGladry and also with the coach. We'll give away our player of the game shirt, go over some stats, and wrap up for tonight.
At Thornton Automotive's 6 locations in Manchester, Dover, East York, and Red Lion, our Customer Appreciation Sales Event is going on now. At Thornton Automotive, we understand you have a lot of choices for your automotive needs, and we invite you to come in and see why we're York County's fastest growing auto group. You want to drive home happy with over 700 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs?
You got it.
You want huge clearance savings with no money down and low payments?
You got
Then
it.
shop online 24/7 at Thornton247.com.
This stuff comes in more handy because
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, because if we don't have this stuff, then we have to go out and buy it.
Okay.
And whenever we get an excess, we just give it to our vets that come pick up food for the military share.
All right, we just pulled back into Thornton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram after a long day. We were able to fill a truck bed for Mr. Sandy's. It's going to go a long way for them. We really appreciate everybody that was able to donate this year.
buddy. Yeah. And we'll be doing an interview momentarily with Coach Garrett Bull and David McGladry. Stand there.
We're back, sports fans. Todd Edwards, mid-court here with the winners tonight. First of all, I'm joined by our player of the game, David McGladry. 22 points tonight, David. Your thoughts on your performance?
It's always good to come out here and play well against a good team with probably county playoff implications, I would say. And playing with my guys, good team win, and I couldn't have done it without them.
And how special it is playing with this group of guys.
I mean, it's really special. Most of these kids I've been playing with since 3rd or 4th grade, since the first time I ever touched basketball, and to see us all up here on the varsity level playing well and playing well against good teams is nice to see.
Oh, yeah, big competition tonight. Littlestown, I sometimes think they get overlooked being out in west of the county, and you guys had a great game tonight, and you're going to be back here this Friday, correct, against Eastern York, as Sports Shooting Stars will be back here this Friday.
Yeah, they have some good guys, Meekin and Bosley. We game planned for them all week, and they've got some talent, and it's nice to be a team with some talent.
Yeah. Dude, my broadcast partner, Dude Jones, joined us in the broadcast. Dude, any questions for our player of the game? 22 points, David McGladry.
Yeah, Dave, you did a great job out there, man. We were saying up top, anytime you wanted to get to the rim, man, it was no problem for you. What was the mindset going into this game, going against a team like Littlestown, with the big guys that they had? What was your mindset coming into the game?
My team needed me to step up today, senior captain. I feel like I need to step up. I feel like I was playing the best last couple of games, and so I don't know. I had a mentality and went from there.
As we said again, I don't think there's anybody on Littlestown that can stop you when you want to take the ball to the rim. So great job here tonight. And you are our player of the game here tonight. If you can go ahead and show that to the camera.
And we have your coach here. Coach Bull, your thoughts again on the win tonight against Littlestown.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great team win. We're trying to kind of find our tradition a little bit right now. And we played Chambersburg, was a good team on right before this one. But in practice yesterday, we really focused on trying to get this guy going a little bit. We wanted him to be more aggressive, look to shoot the ball more, and he came out and took the challenge on and got the job done. It's great.
Got it done tonight, no doubt about it. And you're ready for Eastern York this Friday right here on the home court.
I'm going to enjoy this one tonight a little bit here, and then we'll start thinking about that. But they know us, we know them. It's going to be a fun game.
And Coach, if you don't mind me asking, what were some of the adjustments that you made during halftime, seeing what they had to offer, and what are some of the adjustments that you made, to get this win?
Yeah, we were trying to just get a little more spacing on offense than in the first half. I thought a couple times early we got in the lane there and just kind of turned it over. So we tried to really talk about being fundamental, playing off of 2 feet on the offensive end, and on the defensive end, trying to slow down Meekin, slow down Bosley. Tonight it was a little more Meekin. He had a great game. He had 20-some, but I thought we did a pretty good job on Bosley. And as the game went, we made just enough plays to get it done.
Absolutely, and we'll be back here real soon. We'll be back here on Friday, but can you just give the fans an update on Mark Walker, your point guard, and where he's at with his process coming back? I see he's not in a boot anymore, so he's...
Yeah, I mean, he's not in a boot. He started jumping a little bit. When we get him back, it's still kind of up in the air. I think we're hopeful that we'll get him back, with some meaningful games left to play, get him some rhythm, but, you never know with an injury like that.
Yeah.
The doctors got to be the ones that say, we're clearing you, you're good to go. So he's been rehabbing really hard. I mean, I've seen him in the locker room before games, during JV games, doing rehab on the floor, trying to do what he can. So that's exciting, and we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Hey, you always get the best out of your players. You did a great job here tonight, man. And
we'll let
enjoy
you
the
get
win.
going.
Great job.
Enjoy the win tonight. Congratulations.
Hey, Dave, is anybody you want to say anything
Anything
to?
you'd like to say?
You're watching live?
I'm good.
All right, put the shirt up again one more time so we can take a picture.
Our player of the game, David McGladry, with 22 points tonight.
Coach, you can get in there too.
With Sports Shooting Stars, along with the winning coach, Garrett Bull, right here, West York Bulldog Pride tonight. Thanks, with a big win with Sports Shooting Stars. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you Friday. You got it.
Great job, man. Great job. Way to get the win.
And we are wrapping things up. It's been a great night, great game, and we'll be back here on the hardwood at West York again this Friday as Eastern York comes to town. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll be back here Friday. Brandy Shope will be our commentator as well as you, Todd.
Yeah.
It should be a really good game, and we'll be, like I said, less than 72 hours. We'll be right back at it.
We'll be at it.
Great game between Littlestown and West York. West York pulled it out, but I have a strong feeling we'll be seeing these teams in the playoffs.
I'm sure we will.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot, fans.
Thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a great night. For Todd Edwards,
Duke Jones.
good night.